What's up, guys? Your boy Hokage here. Just left the SDFC game, second home game against Columbus Crew. And you guys, I think the perfect way to describe this game is, what is the definition of madness? See, the definition of, or is the definition of madness or insanity? Whatever. One of those words, the definition of madness or insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. We began this game, for the first 30 minutes of this game, Columbus Crew scored in the 12th minute, right? We begin this game for the first 30 minutes, passing out of the back, non-vertical, just side-to-side play, barely going for it, no vertical play, no trying to break lines, just pass, tiki-taka-taka, tippy-tappy in the back. And you saw that wasn't working, bro. Today, that wasn't working because guess what? Other teams in the MLS can play under pressure. Other teams in the MLS know how to press. It's not just us. And Columbus Crew, for the first 35 minutes of this game, were playing so well. They were comfortable, first of all, under our press. And when they were pressing us, we weren't too comfortable. They were playing a very good tactical game plan. Their counter press was on point for the first 35 minutes. And you saw, man, that culminated in a goal. They probably could have had a second goal. They probably should have capitalized and got a second goal and been 2-0 up. But it is what it is. Woulda, shoulda, coulda for the Columbus Crew. They did not get that second goal. But what changed for SDFC today in this game? What changed today for us after the 30th, 35th minute is finally the center backs, McVeigh, McNair, finally when De La Torre would get the ball, right? What he would do, they would finally go vertical. They would finally play that long ball. Finally. And sorry guys, there's just people walking by me. I'm not too comfortable talking in public with the camera. I usually do this in my car like a loser or in my room like a loser. So I'm out here at the Costco gas station next to the stadium. I'm watching a guy piss right now. But what happened? What changed for SDFC where we became so much more dominant? We created so many opportunities, guys. We could have had 4 or 5 goals today. We could have had 4 or 5 goals, but we didn't. We got 1 goal. But what changed for us? When the center backs had the ball, when McVeigh and McNair had the ball, when De La Torre got the ball in midfield, when Godoy got the ball in midfield, they were finally playing those line-breaking passes. Sverskov, Mr. Captain Sverskov, finally played those line-breaking passes. When they got the ball, they didn't just pass it back. They would turn with the ball, play our wingers, force a through ball over the top. And you saw when we started doing it in the first half, all of a sudden, at the end of the first half, we created 3 or 4 opportunities. And I just wish that adjustment was made earlier before we wasted 15 minutes after we went down 1-0, just playing tippy-tappy, pity-patty, pussy passes. We were playing like pussies. We were playing like pussies for the first 30 minutes. I wish that adjustment came quicker. But we go into the second half with momentum, and bro, we start playing more vertically. We start playing those over-the-top balls, and what happens? We create loads of chances. Eventually, we get the goal. Oni Valakari gets the header on the corner. Excellent set piece. Bro, we could have had like 3 goals off corners. Our deliveries with Dreyer on the right side and De La Torre on the left side are excellent with those in-swinging crosses. We could have had maybe 3 or 4 goals off corners, dude. We created excellent opportunities. And outside of that, most of our chances today came from playing the ball over the top. And you guys, how did Columbus Crew get the red card? Well, it comes from a beautiful ball. I think it was from McNair or from McVeigh, a beautiful ball over the top, putting pressure on the Columbus Crew defense, and just Dreyer in 1v1, and boom, he gets fouled. They have to make the foul so that they could get the free kick and not concede a penalty, not concede a goal, and they get a red card, and all of a sudden they're 1 man down. All of a sudden, even more momentum was with us, and I think it was like 10 minutes after the red card, we eventually got the goal off the corner. So even after our goal, we had like 5 or 6 extra opportunities. Credit to Columbus Crew. They stayed strong in the back, but seriously, we should have capitalized. This is honestly a missed opportunity for us. We're 2 home games now, no wins. We're technically undefeated, right? We have 2 wins away and 2 draws at home. But this was a missed opportunity, guys. This was a missed opportunity for 2 extra points and to continue this winning momentum in the league. But it is what it is. I think we could take a lot of positives. I think if Ricky Varas is an idiot, if these players aren't an idiot, if the coaching staff isn't full of a bunch of idiots, they'll realize when they need to make that tactical adjustment sooner so that we don't waste so much time in the game playing slow, lethargic, horizontal football. and we switch it when we need to, at least mix it up more. You know what I mean? I'm not asking for us to always be vertical, because you can't do that. You can't always be vertical and taking risk all the time, because you likely end up giving the ball up to the opposition too many times. Because, not every vertical ball, not every vertical attempt at play is going to come off, right? You're going to give up the ball. Give us a mix. That first 30 minutes wasn't good enough. That first 30 minutes was fully horizontal football, not trying to break the press. We couldn't get past Columbus Crew's first press. We couldn't get it past their attack. We couldn't get the ball past their attackers and at least into their midfield and be comfortable there. So we made the adjustment. I'm happy to see that. I would be on here screaming at the team, pissing the players off if for 90 minutes we kept on doing the same thing, trying the same slow, lethargic, side-to-side football that was getting us no results. I'm glad. I was very happy to see us make the adjustment and see the weakness for Columbus Crew, because this Columbus Crew team was good. They're number 6 in the midfield. The bald black guy, he was excellent. I don't know what his name was, but he was so good under pressure when we try to counter press him. He was so good at breaking a play in our own midfield, and we were starting up our own attacks. So credit to him. I was really impressed with him. But we saw that this Columbus Crew team, if you try to play all nice and pretty football, they will beat you out. They will stay compact, they will defend, they'll get the ball back with their counter press, and they will control the game. But if you hit them on the counter, and if you hit them vertically with long balls, the threat in behind the back four, they struggled a lot. And I think Columbus Crew will go away and be training this a lot more, because they were way too weak with simple over-the-top balls. Way too weak when we switched the ball, long ball behind their defense. They were way too fragile when we played those balls. So, yeah, I mean, key takeaways for the players today. Godoy is a good player, but he has a fetish for his left foot. Godoy has a fetish for his left foot. You guys, I think people are looking at me film right now, and I feel like an idiot. I feel like one of those weird vloggers in public. But it is what it is. We're out here in the Costco gas station. I'm waiting for my girlfriend to come pick me up. But Godoy has a weird fetish for his left foot, because this guy, yes, he's our most experienced midfielder. Bro, he does not make a single pass with his right foot. And, as good as he is with his left foot, and he's a great player, so experienced, dude, you're naturally limited on what you could do on the field if you only do everything with one foot. Godoy is able to, if Godoy used his right foot more, his options, what he's able to do on the field, expand 4x, 5x. But because everything has to be with his left foot, dude, he's slightly limited. And we saw that today when all of our pity-patty, tiki-taka passes and trying to control it and play out of the back wasn't working. He couldn't switch up his style of play because everything goes through his left foot, and the Columbus Crew knew that. So Godoy, I'm watching that, bro, because if you just are a left foot merchant, get out of this team, because look at De La Torre. He could play with both feet. He could expand the game, play out to wingers on both sides, just as quickly with his left foot and just as quickly with his right foot. I'm not saying he's ambidextrous, but he at least has the quality on his other foot to do things. Godoy seems like he lost his right foot in World War II and got some cyborg leg attached to it. Like, it doesn't even work. So, like, a right-footed erectile dysfunction. I don't know what it is. But, yeah, Godoy, that's worrying for me. And I think he got man of the match today. Oni Valakari, the guy, our substitute striker who got the goal off the corner today, he had another excellent opportunity, man. He could have had 2, maybe a third goal. He could have had a hat-trick. He had some great opportunities for us to be a hero and get us 3 points, but he got us the goal. He got us the draw. Dude, he was way more of a threat than Ingvarsson. I think after this substitute performance, Ingvarsson might have lost his starting spot in the team. Just might have lost his starting spot in the team. We'll see how we line up next weekend, but I think it's well-deserved after that substitute performance that Oni Valakari come in and start as our striker, because Ingvarsson just isn't threatening enough. He's a big guy, but somehow he loses his physical battles with the center back. Oni Valakari was much more technically sound on the ball today when it came to him, and he was having an easier time playing that physical man-to-man physical play with the Columbus Crew center back. So we're going to see what happens. I hope he starts. He deserves it. And yeah, I thought, it interesting move for Ricky Varas to play two new starting fullbacks. Lofelsend and Negri did not start, and it was actually Willie, the young Willie, who played right back, and Bambino, who played on left back. And that's something I noticed in this game. I don't think this team trusts, or maybe it's not Bambino, but I noticed the team in the second half, when we have all this momentum, all of our attacks were coming on the right side with Dreyer. All of our attacks. So I don't know if that's because we don't trust Negri or Bambino when they're wide open on the left side. You guys, I'm in the stadium. I was in the stadium right now. Everyone in my section was saying, why aren't we switching the play to Bambino? Why aren't we switching to Negri? They were literally wide open 90% of the time when we were pressing Columbus Crew into their own final third, when we were trying to take control of the game and get that second goal. We weren't playing it to the left back. So I don't know if that was by tactical design or these players that just don't trust 18-year-old Bambino, or when Negri came on, we just weren't playing through them. Or that could be because Dreyer, our best player, plays on the right side, and everything, or our most attacking threat, is on the right side naturally because of that. Because Chucky Lozano is out injured, I don't know how much longer Chucky Lozano is going to be out, but I'm telling you, we might see a massive improvement because this SDFC team is getting better. They're improving. Now put Chucky back into the equation, a real left winger with speed, who was our out ball, who was our vertical outlet in that first game and a half that he played. I will feel more optimistic. I will feel pretty optimistic about how our attack is looking if we line up with a Chucky Lozano, Dreyer on the right side, and Oni Valakari at striker. I'd be really happy to see how that fares once Chucky is back and see the damage we could do. So I'm not on my computer, so I can't do ratings on my little Google Doc. But good game, bro. We're still undefeated. At the end of the day, as much as I want this team to play well and do well and challenge for the league, as much as I want that, you have to remember, this is our first season in the MLS. This team has only been together 7-8 weeks, and we're still undefeated in the MLS after 4 games. I don't think a lot of people, including the most optimistic SDFC fans, would have expected us to be 2 wins and 2 draws in the first 4 games. So good result. Let's see what happens away next week, and I'll see you guys then for that post-match reaction. It's been your boy Hokage. I'll see you guys then. Peace.